right, chat. So now it is that your girl's recording. Let's go ahead. Let's get into this next video, shall we? Now, Omizi, shout outs to you. Cinna and Valkyrae gets attacked by a dangerous stalker on stream. And quite a few of y'all have asked me to talk about with this situation. And I quote tweeted it literally yesterday with my opinion on what happened and whatnot. So without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead. Let's talk about this. Let's get into this video.
The most disgusting and heinous act I've ever seen on a live stream happened yesterday. While on the boardwalk, Immaru, Cece, and Valkyrae were minding their own business, having a good time, just being with their collective of people. And we see the altercation that happens where a man, I don't know if he's a fan, I don't know if he's a stalker, I don't know what he is. He literally walks up to them and attacks them.
What's up, huh? Hey, excuse me?
No! Security? Emily, no!
Hey,
stop!
Whoa!
Fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
me.
Hey, what's going
Security!
He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Right now. I'll kill you right now. I'll kill you right now.
What?
As an update, it's glad that they're safe. They got home. You know, the police eventually do show up in the situation, but nothing that I saw in this video provoked any sort of situation like this. And if anything, a video like this just uncovered honest to God, horrible truth that we need to discuss as a community. Not just as IRL streamers, not just as content creators, but as men in general.
A change for the better, as you would say.
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
Like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, so I'm gonna keep following her.
Huh?
I'm gonna...
What? What? I know you didn't just fucking admit that. Like, I know you didn't just say that openly like that. You must be out of your rabbit ass mind to just openly say some shit. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not cool. That's what?
Following her.
Not another one! No! You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers.
That's not how you really riz.
Bro, what the fuck?
That's not the riz.
Get behind me.
So this guy started harassing these women, stalking these women, following these women, and ultimately threatening these women because he couldn't get a phone number. This is why women are inclined to, give some sort of fake phone number, put something in their phone or give them anything and just deal with the situation later on, is because of creepos like this person right here. And looking at the entirety of the clip, I can see how a lot of people thought that this was some sort of content or bit, is because this guy was seen interacting with them earlier on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Is that Emily? Is that? No way. Yo, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Let's get a picture. Wait, but can I rap to you real quick?
This is Cinna.
Hello.
I was waiting for it.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
My name's Russell.
Hi, nice to
Ray.
meet
Nice to meet you.
Hey,
Emily, could you take
Rosie.
a photo?
Rosie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Russell.
Russell.
She can take a pic.
Oh, we can't because we have a.
We actually, we're on a time
What's
limit.
up?
Yeah,
you
we're
gotta
on a time limit.
There's no
So.
time frame.
Did you want to pic?
Oh, sorry. Excuse us.
Sorry.
Okay, so.
Do you get a photo?
Oh yeah.
Why do they say rhyme?
Together.
Because his name's Russell.
Did you call me Russell?
No, his name is Russell.
Oh!
She's had a long week.
I am running on like 3 hours of sleep. Please forgive me. My brain is actually like lagged.
All right, fuck. Let's take a picture. Fuck it, let's get one, Rosie. Come on.
Cute.
Okay.
Rosie too.
He's so weird that he decided to go ahead and change clothes and then come back and reappear in the live stream, maybe predict which way they were going. I really don't understand what he did. And then pose as somebody else that was totally a part of a different situation.
Wow. Wait. Yeah, that's weird.
Shout out to Valkyrae in that situation because it looked like she recognized that this dude was a complete creepo, and she looked like she had her head on a swivel a little bit, but it seemed like there was some element of this being a part of the content or whatever the case may be. And I understand that that's why people didn't, track or, keep their eye on him, but at least she did, and she was a little bit aware of the situation that was going on. To see that some dude would be desperate enough to go through these actions or do this type of interaction because he could not get a simple phone number.
We are all very much still in shock, so please forgive us if we are emotional, but we are not,
we literally were like, let's try to keep it together.
we are very much in shock, and we need you guys to know that clip does not do it justice for how scary it was. It was
it didn't show everything that happened.
And we just want to use it as a learning situation, because we see a lot of people saying oh, I would have done this if I was there, but you have no idea how fast it really happened.
Right,
we did not know that it was even the same guy up until he made the original thread about following us. We didn't click it.
He changed clothes, apparently, which was insane.
Yeah, so kept running and trying to get something out of his pocket. And like I said, you guys, when that clip cuts off, we had to run into a store screaming that somebody was going to kill us so that somebody would step in and let us in the back. And we were lucky that one of the workers, who was not questioning us, actually believed us, and he put us all in the back. And they're panicked. They didn't know what to do, so they tried to bring us behind the buildings to help us, but we didn't know where he was. I think when we went in the store, he backed off because it was a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And so we don't know where he was. We didn't know where he went, and we had to beg the workers to hide us because they kept trying to tell us that it's not their fault, but they kept trying to get us to go back around where it happened and saying that he was gone, but we said we didn't know if he was gonna come back. And so we had to hide in a shed for 15 minutes until the cops came.
So this is one thing I do hate about internet content or internet culture or just existing here on the internet, is the fact that these women even feel the need to address the situation, address any naysayers, address any doubters. I understand the concept of letting supporters and fans know that you are safe, sound, you're just going through something mentally, etc., etc. Especially because part of the reason why these women had to come out and say what they said is because people had so much analyzation as to what the cameraman should have did. He should have put the camera down and beat him up. Somebody should have had Pum on him. He should have turned around, boxed him, and slapped him, and body folded him, and all this, that, and the third. Look,
I think people as a woman, I had to say this to both Valkyrae and also Cinna. I'm very sorry that this happened to you. A lot of times people like to say us women have it easier because of the fact that we're women within this community. And I want this to be very clear. It don't matter to what our setting is, our backgrounds is. Once it is, you have somebody that comes up to you, a random person that you don't know. It's even worse when it is your streamer, because you kind of have to play I don't really know you. You may be somebody that watches my content. You kind of have to be a little friendly. But it is nerve-wracking. It is extremely nerve-wracking to have somebody you don't know come up to you, and you just don't know what type of timing this person could be on. It is extremely nerve-wracking. It is a fear of mine, So I can wholeheartedly understand. I don't like the fact that people are trying to analyze this by saying oh, well, the cameraman should have did this, and this. You don't realize how fast things happen. And I don't blame the cameraman at all. I don't blame him at all, to be honest with you. It's just, it's stuff like that. It's weird. It's weird for dude to just go up to, first of all, you change clothes and then acting like you're a brand new person just to re-find these women. That's off-putting. And then what makes it worse is that you wholeheartedly said that you're going to follow these women around because you didn't get a number. This really what scares me, chat. Because this, this could happen to any of us. Mind you, I was saying this within my quote tweet on Twitter when people were asking me for my opinion on this, is that it is so difficult. It is a genuine fear of mine. It don't matter to who it is that you are. This is the things that we have to deal with. It gets to the point it is that men will feel with their egos being bruised because they can't get like a numbers. Oh, we gotta do like fake numbers. We gotta say it is like, oh, I have a boyfriend. That don't even work sometimes. And the niggas will just be like, hey, listen, like your boyfriend don't gotta know. Your boyfriend don't allow you to have friends. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could treat you better. Like even that doesn't work. Just to be left the fuck alone. You could do a fake number. Then the nigga might call right then and there to see if it is your phone gonna light up. Like, it's scary. It is wholeheartedly scary. So, shout outs to the workers that allowed them to go into the back, to be away from dude. Cause come on, bro. That's not funny. That is very traumatic. There's women it is that have been unalived because a man ego was so damn threatened. All because it is a woman said no, or because the woman didn't want to give her number out. And somehow or another, people like to say it is that us women have it better. How? When we have to think about this every single day. That's not even just with streaming. This is everyday life. Mind you, with myself, I wear blue hair, okay? I don't just do this for stream. I actually go on my day-to-day life with blue hair. Do you know how much of how easy it is to detect me in a crowd? You don't think it is I have these levels of like nervousness in my, you know what I mean? I think about that daily. Daily. And that's what bothers me. So I really do feel for these women. I'm so sorry that they had to go through this. I'm so sorry they had to go through this. And I definitely understand their level of just, being shocked, ending out like, the subathon it is that they had. I get it. I understand. I really do feel for them. I hope it is that they are okay. You know what I mean? I'm glad that they're safe. I'm very glad that they're safe. But I also hope it is that they're okay. Because that's a very traumatic experience. That's something it is like, honestly, that's the reason why I don't do IRL streams. I gotta keep it 11,000 to 10. More power to the people it is that do, but that is a fear. That is a genuine fear of mine. Because you can't just do IRL streams by yourself. We've seen a bunch of different things, but I really do hope they're okay from this situation. I pray it is that they're okay. I definitely understand the sentiment. Trust me.
Whether you decide to be on the side of, I'm going to put my hands on him, he should have put a little bit more elbow, etc., no matter what side you could have stood on in the conversation as to what the cameraman should have did, ultimately, the first conversation and the only conversation that should be really had right now is what the hell was this mentally ill man doing following these young girls around and then talking about how he was going to threaten to do something to them while putting his hands in his pockets, full stop. It's bad enough that anytime a woman cuts on camera, they get some sort of unjust criticism about how they're selling their bodies, simping for the simps or whatever the case may be, putting themselves out there in some sort of sexual manner. So when we get to this point where these women are seemingly, not even seemingly, attacked on camera and people are still giving them question, gripe, grief, etc., and then also hopping on the bandwagon of what the employees should have did, what they would have did, etc., I'm always a proponent of being mindful of the conversations that I'm having because, and I'm not even saying the reason why that young man did what he did is because of internet conversations. Hell, I don't know why he did. I just know he needs to be locked up. But I do know when we continue these silly little conversations, tropes, making fun of segments, etc., about anybody with any plight, stuff like this happens. It opens up the door to say the most meanest things. It opens up the door to honestly just be a hateful and harmful person. person. This isn't time for your hindsight takes. This isn't time for your what I would have did, Captain Sava, whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
This is just time to say, yo, I'm glad these young women are safe. And then let's analyze how we can make this a more inclusive space for women by not perpetuating some of these, you know, insane tropes or talking points that ultimately can lead to violence.
Correct. 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 Great way to end out. A great way to end out. You know, instead of the think pieces, the biggest thing it is that everybody should have been worried about is just making sure that they are okay. All the other stuff, it is like, oh, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't realize how quick something can happen in an instant where you don't know, like, what to do and what not. I'm sure it is that the immediate response is being in shock. The immediate response to something like that is just being in shock of like, wow, there's like you actually like there's actually somebody it is that went that low to do that. So with that being said, I am glad it is that they're okay. They are safe. But it is tough. It is really tough as being a woman in this society. And especially with like the plight, everything that's going on within politics, the plight that's going on with you got weird niggas on a day-to-day and whatnot. And imagine being a female streamer, a female content creator. You know, there has to be a level of protection for us. But Omizi, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the video. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. Shout outs to you at home. Take care of yourself. Be safe. And I will catch y'all in the next video.